I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe. So if I ask you what are the typical steps in a machine learning project, then what you will tell me? Basically at high level these are the steps, right? You import data from some source, you do some bit of data cleaning, you do some bit of EDA, feature engineering, then you go on and fit your model, and then you go and predict and deploy the model in production, right? But while doing all these things, what happens is we write many lines of code, we write many functions, we write many different packages, we import different functions, we write different transformations we do. In the process of doing that, many data sources we create, many data sources we delete, many loops we run. So what happens is our code does not look very manageable, very clean and very industry standard. So what is the answer to that? How it is done in the industry? So the answer to that is something known as pipeline in machine learning. Welcome to Unfold Data Science. My name is Aman and I am a data scientist. In this video, based on your request, I will explain you what is pipeline in machine learning and what is the use of it, especially from industry point of view. This is not that useful if you are learning data science, but if you work in a real-time project, this is really useful. Now, I'll give you some examples of what happens in these steps, right? So in data import, you import your data from some other sources. It can be a DB, it can be a SQL database, it can be a CSV file, it can be a big data system, something like this, right? What do you do in data cleaning? In data cleaning, maybe you remove some of the columns which has null values beyond a certain percentage. You do not use some of the columns which do not have certain permissible values or some junk values in that. Those kind of things you do, right? So basic data cleaning, right? Data cleaning steps. Data cleaning steps. What you do here in EDA and feature engineering? So I'll give you just some basic examples. You impute the missing values, you impute the outlier values, you treat the outliers. Some of the basic, sometimes you do some scaling, sometimes you do some normalization, those kind of things you do in EDA and feature engineering. You also see some of the characteristics of the data. Now if you have to do a feature engineering, guys, if you have to do, let me take example of scaling, right? So if you have to do scaling, right, so you have to import from sklearn something known as standard scaler or min max scaler, right? So what you will do, you will pass your data inside that function, right? Similarly, if you have to do an outlier treatment, let's say, then you write some line of code. So this step itself, EDA and feature engineering, only feature engineering is going to have, let us say, some 10, 20, 30 lines of code, right? So let us say 30 lines of code, 30 lines, okay? In data cleaning, maybe you are writing some 10 lines of code, let us say 10 lines of code, okay? So what pipeline will do is, why don't we create separate functions for these 30 lines, these 10 lines, model training is about another 20 lines, okay? So pipeline is about keeping all these things separate in one file, okay? So one file or one function. Let me give you an example. So let us create a function and call that function as data cleaning, okay? So in Python we create a function called that data clean. Similarly in Python we take the output from this step, right? We take the output from this step and feed in this step, okay? Then we create another function, we call that feature engineering function, okay? We take the output of this step and feed in the next step, model training step. We call that model training, okay? All these are different functions, guys. Data cleaning, feature engineering, model training, and then we write one more function which consumes the output of this step, and we write here model deployment or prediction, let us say, okay? And in the end we will write a main function or main script or main file which will call this function, this will call this function, this will call this function, this will call this function. Or we can create a pipeline in which we can say that first execute this, then execute this, then execute this, then execute this. So what happens in pipeline basically is you write a pipeline like this, PL, okay? And then you give what you want to execute first. So here we want to execute first DC function, data cleaning function. So you write data clean. What you want to execute next? You want to execute feature engineering. You write FE. What you want to execute next? You want to execute model training, write MT. What you want to execute next? Model deployment, write MD. Give your input data here with your pipeline, and all these things will be executed one after another. And as I told you, the output of this will be consumed by this, the output of FE will be consumed by MT, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what is the use of this, guys? As I told you, if you do all these things together, right, your model will have 10 plus 30 plus 20 plus, I don't know, maybe 10 again, these many lines of code in one script or one function or one file. Here what you can do is you can either separate these things by different functions or different scripts also. Okay, what is the advantage of that? The advantage of that is, number one, easy debugging. Okay, easy debugging means if one of your function is throwing error, for example, out of these 4 letters, say feature engineering gives some error, so you know exactly where to go and see that error. Okay, so debugging becomes easier. What next? Your code is modular in nature, so modular code is always easy to manage and port. So what I mean by that is, tomorrow you are passing your entire model to someone, right? So somebody will have idea of what is this piece of code doing, what is this piece of code doing, what is this piece of code doing. Better readability, better manageability, right? And better, you know, it will be very easy for you when you have some issue in the code. Okay, so how do you do these things in Python? So in sklearn you have something known as pipeline. So scikit-learn, all of you know. In scikit-learn there is something called a package called a pipeline. In that pipeline you can just pass what all functions you want to run on the data, like this pipeline, these functions like this, you can pass as a input. Now if you are working in a production environment, then there will be one more layer on top of it. Okay, in production your pipeline should also include the data fetch and, you know, all the necessary configuration files. So in case you don't know what is configuration file is nothing but some of the inputs that user want to pass while calling that model. So all the files should be in place and all the functions should be defined, and then we can run the pipeline very easily. And I've already told you about the advantages of using pipelines, right? I'll create a video in Python where I will take a data, I will show you how you can implement a pipeline in Python, how you can do different data cleaning, feature engineering, model training, model prediction, all those things using a single command like this. So all these steps will be different functions or different parts in the code, but in the end we will call a pipeline. I'm going to show you in my next video. So if you have any doubts on this topic or any other topic, write me in comment. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, stay safe and take care.